you seen from Justin Worley this year? I mean, he's been getting beat up a lot with that young offensive line. Do you like what you've seen from him?
I like what I've seen from him this year. I think he's gotten better every game. I think he's improving. He's a lot better than he was last year. It's a young offensive line, and I think he's been knocked down. Their quarterbacks this year have been knocked down 50 times. That leads the nation, so that's not always easy to get back up and still compete at the same level. But he's been doing a good job, and he's shown a lot of courage, and I really like seeing that out of quarterbacks. And I also think he's got some talent at receiver. Some of those guys have been stepping up, making some big plays, and they're going to need that Saturday afternoon here.
Ted, what has stood out to you about Ole Miss so far this year?
I think it's the heart that they play with, offensively, defensively. I mean, everybody talks about Land Shark defense flying around, but you look at guys like Jalen Walton, fighting through tackles, and it's just heart. And that team, they play together, they play as a family, and just spending the day with Coach Freeze and the team yesterday, you could really see that, and just the environment that they set, and it seems like it's a really fun time for all these players right now.
The quarterback, is there anything you can see in Bo Walsh that he's really improved on?
Well, I think he's improved a lot. In SEC play, he doesn't have a turnover, and he's making big plays, but he's also not making big errors in the biggest of games, and so that's been huge, especially when you're having a big-time defense. But what I like most about Bo is kind of that courage and that leadership and that little bit of it factor that he has. Like on that 3rd and 9 last week versus Texas A&M, he knows where the sticks are. He fights through the line of scrimmage, and he dives and goes over a defender to get the first down. That ultimately led to a touchdown, and they went up 28-21, and that was a huge play in that game. So he has a little bit of that I don't think you can necessarily teach.
Tennessee's been recruiting really well. I mean, if you were a high school kid right now, would you want to go play for Butch Jones?
I'm sure he is doing a great job in recruiting, and I'm sure it would be a fun place to go play, for him. And they're getting good recruits, and I expect them to get better and better every single year. And so I think it's good for the SEC, and it's good for the country when Tennessee's a good program.
Tim, you mentioned that offensive line is playing in front of Worley. With the defense, going against a defensive line that's so good, is there anything as a quarterback you're looking for the offensive coordinator kind of put into?
Yeah, I'm trying to get the ball out of my hands quick, maybe get on the perimeter a little bit, something to keep this Ole Miss defense off balance. This Ole Miss defense does a really good job of not giving up the big play, so you really want to take what they give you and find a way to keep it in manageable situations, 2nd medium, 3rd and short, and that way you're not in as much pressure as 3rd and 7s, 3rd and 10s. You want to stay away from those situations, and that will really help him out.
Yeah.
Screens will also be his friend.
Yeah, game day crew was here a couple weeks ago. They gave you any heads up what to expect in the morning with the Grove rocking?
Yeah, I'm friends with all those guys, but no, they didn't really give me a heads up. They loved it here. They had a great time. I know they all really enjoyed it, and I know we're going to enjoy it. I've enjoyed it, for the last little while since I've been here.
Tim, coming out of the SEC yourself, what does it mean to be a part of the SEC nation?
Oh, it's been great. I think what's so special about it is the environments and the fans and the passion and the pageantry, and you don't find any of that better than here in the Grove and what they have going on right now. It's been a lot of fun.
Have you seen the crowd grow behind you?
Have we seen it grow?
Yeah, like every place that you go to, every campus that you visit.
It depends. Some have, it depends. It depends. Some get a little more rowdy than others, but it's been fun, and I'm sure we'll have a good group here tomorrow.
Tim, just for yourself, as a broadcaster, has it kind of interfered with your training throughout the week?
No, not at all. This is something I'd watch every game anyways, whether it was my job or not. So I've been doing it since I was 6 years old, and I love it, and it's been fun for me, and I really enjoy the team that I work with, and it's something that doesn't feel like work.
And do you know Bill and Deanna
Putting
Clement?
these suits on does, though. What?
Do you know Bill and Deanna Clement?
Uh-huh.
I'm friends with them. So
oh, nice.
For
sure. Tell them I said hello.
Other than to keep winning, what does Bo really need to do to garner more Heisman consideration?
Other than keep winning, just keep winning. You'll be okay. Just keep winning. That's what's most important.
Thank you, guys.